Hey everybody, in this video I want to go over assignment 3 real quick, and when I'm done it's going to go right here after this sentence. Assignment 3 is the first step in a multi-part project that you will be working on throughout the semester. Assignments 3 to 9 are related to completing a marketing plan, and so assignment 3 is just the first step, and that's to choose an organization or choose yourself as far as what you want to do your marketing plan paper on. So the first question would be, well, okay, what is a marketing plan? Well, I'm glad you asked. I would say read the textbook for more context. And then also, just for your information, in this video, I went ahead and did a Google search, and this is what it had to say. And I liked this definition here. A marketing plan is a strategic roadmap that businesses use to organize, execute, and track their marketing strategy over a given period. And so that's what you will be doing throughout the semester. I've taken what would be all the different parts that you would typically find in a marketing plan, and I divided it into 7 assignments. Again, the first being choosing what you will do that marketing plan paper on to begin with. And I'll talk more about your options. Before that, let me go back to the marketing plan. So I said read the textbook, and then also I provided this quick guide to creating a marketing plan video, so you could watch that. And then if you look at this second link right here, I'll talk more about this in the assignment 4 overview video. But for now, just know that here's another example. So this is a marketing plan paper that I did back in the day. But again, I'll talk more about that. And then under modules, so let me show you how to get to this. Under modules, and then resource center and marketing plan, student examples. If you click on that, there are several examples on there. So as of the time of this recording, January 2024, I have 4 examples on there. But perhaps by the time you're looking at this, maybe it's a later year, like, I don't know, 2034, I don't know. Perhaps there's going to be even more examples or different examples on there. But whatever the case, take a look at those. And my main point in pointing these out right now is I want you to take a look at the level of detail that I expect you to come up with for your marketing plan paper project. So let's look at an example here. Example number 4, Adidas. So this one is 37 pages. Now, hold up. Before you have a panic attack, let me say this. I'm not expecting you to create a 37-page document or more. What I am more interested in is your process, how you go about finding the information for this marketing plan paper of yours. How are you incorporating your learning and your research into your paper? And so, what's all that saying? I'm interested in the quality, not the quantity. Now, I will say though, being divided into, after assignment 3, 6 assignments, or actually really 5. If you wrote 5 pages per assignment, I mean, that's like 25 pages right there. And, being divided like that, you might not even notice. Before you know it, you have this big paper and you didn't even really feel it, right? So there is that possibility. But again, quality, not quantity. And so, yeah, take a look at the examples and just see how or what these marketing plan papers entail. And that'll be the same for this marketing plan paper that I provided. An example of my work from 2008, I know, but again, I'll talk more about that in assignment 4 so you can see why I'm even including it as one example. But for now, yeah, just take a look at the different parts involved in a marketing plan. And then a last resource would be your textbook. So, yeah, I said read your module readings, your module 1 readings, and then also let me go to the textbook, which you can access by going to Access Athens, clicking on the textbook, and then clicking on Read Now. And when you go to the table of contents, one of your items is an appendix that includes a marketing plan. Now, I will say this, as of the time of this recording, I don't have an executive summary requirement on the paper. And then also, this particular example given in the textbook is a good start because it does have the different parts that you would typically find in a marketing plan. However, if you compare this marketing plan to my instructions and then also the examples I provided, you'll see that I expect a little more. Like, I don't want just bullet points, I want paragraphs and some kind of narrative, like a flow to it, instead of something like this. So, anyway, take a look at that. And that will be what we'll be working on throughout the semester. And one last thought about this one before moving on to more details about the assignment specifically. The marketing plan, if it doesn't make sense to you right now, that's okay, right? That's why we're learning. We're here to learn about marketing and then also to learn the different parts of a marketing plan and how we can incorporate that into our strategy as far as marketing a product or a service. So, this PDF is my, let me click on that, attempt to visualize what this marketing plan entails. And if you go through the different pages, it will have the different steps in completing this marketing plan. And let's just keep it simple in this video. Let's just stick with step number 1. So the first step is to choose an organization or yourself to market, and that's represented by this rectangle. So first step, choose. And what are your choices? I'm glad you asked. Because if you scroll further down, I give you 4 options. First one is a well-known brand like Apple, Samsung, Toyota, etc. If you refer back to the student examples, right, there's Ford, Toyota, Adidas. You could do a small business or a local business or really any business that you might have access to for information. So, not necessarily a well known brand, perhaps something that's just known locally. You could do your own business. So, a lot of students use this opportunity to create a marketing plan that they could actually use for a future business idea or a current business idea. And then you can do one about yourself because, yes, you can think of yourself as the product to market to a future employer, a collaborator, an investor, whatever. So let me go back to these additional bullet points for choosing a well known brand or a small business. So if you're choosing the well known brand option, then I would like to challenge you a little further. So this is something new for spring 2024. I would like for you to either come up with a product idea of your own that you will market, or you could reimagine how a product is currently marketed. So if they're currently doing it this way, well, what's your thoughts on how else they could market it differently? So, lots of potential for having fun with this, right? And being really creative. So, kind of just to bring home the point about that possibility, it's kind of related to this. So, I did a research. I did some research on Listerine to remind myself of this product. So, Listerine, as we know it now, right, is a mouthwash or a mouth rinse. Well, when it was first developed in 1879, it was formulated as a surgical antiseptic. So, something to clean something, like not necessarily your mouth, but just maybe like the different utensils and such, right? Because of their antimicrobial properties. So that's certainly coming up with a different use to market this. And part of the marketing there is for marketers to say, hey, did you know that bad breath could be a problem, right? That's all part of the marketing process, is getting people to start thinking about a need that they didn't know they had, or a need that they didn't know should be addressed, and now you're like, hey, here's the solution. So see what I'm getting at there? So this is your chance to be really creative and come up with something cool, especially if you've chosen a well-known brand, right? Put your own twist to it. Now for the small business or a local business, you could choose a current product or service and market it, you know, just talk about how they're currently marketing it, or your just ideas for that. So you could take the same idea too, but you don't have to market a new product or reimagine something. You could just talk about some kind of marketing plan that could work, or what has worked for the organization. And then there's your business or yourself. Whew, okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about as far as what it entails. So when you're ready to submit, I want two pieces of information. First one is who you're doing your marketing plan paper on. And then number two, give me a little background information on your choice: who, what, where, etc. To give me a little more context, and then talk about the product and service that you want to create a marketing plan for. And one more thing to note about that is, if you're doing a business with many products and services, you could do the entire lineup. So, for example, Toyota has many vehicles, for example, and so you could do a marketing plan on that lineup, or you could narrow it down to a specific product. All right, so that's what I got for assignment 3. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions.